Okay, so as you can see, all of my cake balls have been rolled out, and there's exactly 40 here. I actually rolled out 41, but I ate that extra one to even it out. I couldn't help it. So, and they're pretty good size, and they're not perfectly round, but they're round enough. And obviously as it sits on the pan there, it's gonna start flattening at the top. So Mamegoma may have a slightly flat top, but maybe we can fix that after we put the stick in. So if you look at the website here, the next step that they would typically tell you to do is just melt your candy, stick the pop in, and then dip it into the candy here, and then coat it, and then freeze it. But I have found that my cake pops fall apart when you do that because it's not strong enough yet, or it's not firm enough. So I do an extra step, and I'm just going to show you the extra step. What I do is I take the candy now, and I put a couple in here, and this is more than a couple, so I'll probably take out another handful. And then I'm going to melt this at medium heat in the microwave at 30-second intervals. You have to pay attention to this, because if you cook this or heat this too high or leave it in too long, it is going to burn and it gets clumpy, and then you've just basically wasted a quarter of a bag, half a bag, and maybe even a whole bag. So you have to watch this, and you have to make sure it's a microwave safe bowl and have something like a mitt so you can take it out of the microwave, and then something to stir it. So now what I'm going to do is put this in the microwave for 30 seconds, check it, stir it, keep putting it in the microwave at 30-second intervals until it's completely melted. Okay, so it looks like it's really close here, and I'm just going to keep stirring it. And this is about the perfect consistency. So the way you can tell is once you scoop it up and let it drip, it's like a long ribbon. So that's when I know this is really, really good, and this is where you want to work really fast. So you're going to grab your lollipop sticks, and I'm going to use my short ones today, although it's going to look disproportionate, but that's okay. So I'm going to put this aside really quick and grab my cake balls. I'm going to zoom out, and let me turn on the light here. Sorry, light's kind of tough. Let me try to see if I can turn on another light. How's that? Better? Much better. Okay, so then now what you want to do is grab your lollipop stick, and then what you're going to do, and be careful because it's hot, is you'll want to take an end and dip it in. So you'll see just a little bit there. And then what you'll do is immediately stick it into the cake pop there. Just like that. So I'm going to go ahead and do this for a couple more. Again, dipping it in, swirling it a little bit, and pushing it into the pop. You don't want to push it all the way through the pop, but about halfway through. And it's kind of hard to tell what halfway through is, so just gauge it. Alright, so I've placed the sticks, dipped them in the candy, and placed them in the cake pops. And now what you'll want to do is either put this in the freezer really quick for about 5 to 10 minutes to let the balls firm up, or put it in the refrigerator for half an hour, or in my case, because it's so cold outside, I can probably just go put on my coat, my boots, and go stand outside for 5 minutes, and it'll be ready. So just what you want to do is make sure the candy's hard enough and the balls are firm enough so that you can go to the next step, which is dipping the entire cake ball in the candy coating. For your cake balls to firm up, I'm just going to go ahead and start softening up the fondant, and I'm going to use the baby blue here to make the snout or mouth of Mamegoma. So as you can see, it's about as large as my hand, so that's quite a lot of fondant. And fondant is like gum paste, and it's kind of similar to clay in terms of consistency. So at this point, what you just want to do is soften it up, because as you can see, it's pretty hard here. And I'm going to start rolling them up into little ovals, and I'll show you, for the mouth of Mamegoma. Okay, so my cake pop, I went and actually stood outside and then it cooled down. So this is what it's gonna look like. I know, not the prettiest shape, it's really sloppy, but recording and doing it at the same time is tougher than I thought. So it kind of looks like a deformed Mamegoma. So here's a good Mamegoma, and then here's something similar. So now what I'm gonna do is take my black decorating gel pen, and I'm gonna put on the eyes and the nose and the mouth. So let's see if I can do this with one hand. And wish me luck here. I think it'd be easier if you had someone helping you. So I'm just gonna let it flatten out a little bit. And this decorating gel is kind of cool, actually. And then we're gonna make the nose. Now I don't know how I'm gonna be able to make the nose with the lines, but we'll try.